horses singing, whiskey for my men, beer for my horses.
Ooh, I love that music. The spirit of John Wayne stays with us through his iconic Western films, and now the Duke's legacy lives on through the only drink that's strong enough to carry his name. Here with more is the son of the legendary actor Ethan Wayne. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, we were just complimenting, you know, the whole look, like your hair and you got your eyes. You look really good. You can totally tell you're John Wayne's son, right?
Oh, yes,
53
definitely.
years and you end up looking like this.
Not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing at all. The 30th anniversary nightclub and bar show is happening now through Wednesday.
Yeah.
You're here in town. You're holding a bottle of bourbon. Talk to us about Duke's Spirits.
You're right. We're here for the nightclub and bar show. It's the largest trade event that industry has. And we have a new bourbon called Duke. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. And the story of this bourbon takes me back to when I was a little kid. Because when I was a little boy around 8, I had to load the car for my father when he went to work. And his work was 4 months at a time, typically in Mexico or someplace pretty remote. And bourbon was the heaviest stuff I carried to the car.
Wow.
So
And you
when I was
remember
17
that?
Oh no, clear as day. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was 17, my father passed, and the executors locked up our house. So everything from our home has been in storage. And until I was in my early 50s and I was asked to come back in and take over our family business,
Yeah.
I never saw that storage. Well, when I finally got in there, I realized it's everything from my room, my dad's room, our house, my sister's room.
incredible.
Wow.
But his alcohol was in there. And in with the bourbon were marked and unmarked bottles of bourbon and tasting notes on what he wanted. So 7 or 8 years ago, we started down the road, and this product's been out about 6 months now.
Wow. And how's it doing so far?
Good. We're opening state by state. I think we're 30 states so far, and we'll be featured at the nightclub and bar show. So I want everybody to come by and try it.
Yeah, 30 years this nightclub and bar show has been around for you. I mean, how has it been? How's the experience been here in Vegas so far?
I've been here 23 minutes.
I just got in.
Had enough?
I've seen the airport and the taxi in here. No, we do a couple trade shows a year here in Las Vegas. It's a great city, and we're looking forward to having a new product.
Yeah, and your dad's name, I mean, obviously John Wayne, it lives on in so many different ways beyond just alcohol. I mean, his film archive, then you have, a spice collection, right? We have a film festival in his name, Cancer Foundation. I mean,
The Cancer Foundation is really, what we look to as his legacy, but we fund that legacy through product. So if you have a John Wayne collectible product, that's helped build the Cancer Foundation, which has helped build the Cancer Institute. So it's really 4 verticals. You have research, education, awareness, and support, and our products are what fund that.
Yeah.
This year we're going to go out and tell people what John Wayne has accomplished in cancer, like the sentinel node biopsy technique, one of the largest surgical oncology fellowship programs.
Wow.
There's a lot of accomplishments that John Wayne has made. And so we're going to go talk about that separately from our product, because people don't know since we've made all our own hay.
yeah,
The
but
legacy.
The legacy, exactly. And people do know his name and remember him. What are some of your fondest childhood memories?
Life with my dad was appealing to me, because as a boy I liked being in Mexico. I liked going down to the movie sets.
Look
I
at
liked
you right there on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that you?
That's an El Dorado.
Oh.
Wow. Do you remember what that scene was?
Well, I don't remember what that scene was, but I remember the photographer, and I remember taking the picture, and I remember the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, on location was probably 30% of our life. And then he had a converted World War II minesweeper called the Wild Goose. And so another 30% was spent with friends kind of exploring on that boat, whether it be Mexico or British Columbia. And then, we had 30% of the time at home. And I think that was my least favorite time and his least
Being
favorite
home.
time. Because, it's so fun to be in a location like
Yeah.
that. And I think what he was getting at in his tasting notes is he might be having a drink with friends at the end of a day. It's where his sort of life took place. At the end of the long day, you sit around with your buddies, whether it's the prop man's assistant or another movie star. You have a drink, you grill a steak, share some stories, have a laugh, go to bed, and do it again. So I think what he was after in his tasting notes was something that you could drink sitting on a rock in Durango, Mexico, at the end of the day out of a tin cup, or he might be sitting in the White House drinking out of something, some beautiful crystal.
So it
And
wasn't
it
always
had to work both places.
Right.
This is beautiful aromatics, very balanced, bold at 88 proof. I think people are going to love it, and I like it because it was, we make a lot of product for my father, but this was really something that he loved.
Yeah, enjoyed
And so
his
we're moving into categories that he really appreciated.
Good for you, and
Yeah.
congratulations on all the success with all the different projects you guys are working on. Duke Spirits is in town for the nightclub and bar show going on now at the Las Vegas Convention Center. To learn more about Duke Kentucky Straight Bourbon, head to the website right there on your screen. Duke Spirits is also on Facebook and Twitter. And still to come right here on Valley View Live.